Hello. Nice here. Rogue Legacy 2. I figured I'd meet you over here, because I was just reviewing the clue. I actually just took a screenshot of it. I've got it on my other monitor. We are a knight that has vanilla knight things, but is a contrarian. In the last part, I defeated Enoch, which is of course why we have the Scar clue. But I didn't review the golden memory. I'm gonna blame colorblindness on me just not noticing it. So, you know, while we're in the study trying to solve the clue, we can also head up to the boss room and grab the memories. I might as well reroll at least once. Red Sand Hourglass is good for adventuring. Or regular enemy combat, or whatever. I usually just call exploring and fighting regular enemies adventuring. Using my hops to reset my fall speed to make it easier to get in. Of course, you only want to do that way if you actually have 2 double jumps. Man, my build entirely based on getting random crits sure gets random crits a lot. Oh! They didn't die. Ow. Oh, it's one of these. The barrel stack. Oh. 2 mana potions for the food in there. Oh, there's a... Oh, it's this one. Okay. I thought I was gonna be heading towards some commanders. But I guess... Can that room not be mirrored? Is the one with commanders always right to left? Wait. This room didn't go anywhere. Where's the study? I didn't pay for the warp, so therefore I am forced to collect money on my way there, or something like that. Oh, hey. More free money. Pandora's Trial. I don't really need Resolve. I would have actually taken a something. Ooh. A Charon's Trial. That's what I would have taken. Or so I'd like to claim. Alright, so yeah, backtracking, trying to get all the furniture. What is over here, though? Yeah, I don't feel like dealing with the flame jets. There we go. Now, back to where I just was. Oh, apparently I did find the entrance to the study while I was looking around for furniture. Or no, it's where I picked up the trial relic. Alright, so I guess the first place where I want to try is just that, that one room with the ash clouds, because it mentions falling into ashen clouds. You know? So I believe that's always at the right end. Guess I could have just skipped that room, huh? You know, do the diving bell. Twin soul tether. Maybe I did want 50 more resolve. Taking ivy roots though. Yep. Take a blessing of life. Ow. Blueprint. Leviathan helm +1. Spell swap? Yeah. Who actually likes White Star? I guess anybody that really likes dealing a ton of magic damage. But when you didn't build int, or at least didn't build that much, I feel like utility spells that can like block stuff for you are pretty solid. Okay, here's the room I wanted to find. Well, besides the boss room, which I also wanted to find. So is it like here? No. I guess, is there a telescope in here? Yes, there is a telescope. Okay, he then takes a single step off the... Oh, right here then? No. A single step off the telescope platform and falls into the ashen clouds below. Gatehouse, yeah. Okay, I guess I'll read the whole thing out. The figure glances behind him to ensure the dimensional platforms can be seen in the observatory. Okay, so that only happens right when I actually look in the telescope. He then steps off his telescope platform and falls into the ashen clouds below. Oh, so I needed to interact with the telescope. I'm somewhere. Landing softly on the hidden platform, the figure heads west, back towards the observatory. I'm holding left. Oh, there were two things in here. A door. Irad is too erratic. His decision-making has become unreliable. If he keeps going down this path, everyone in the Kerguelen Plateau will starve. I need to fix this. I must save her. Scarra discovered the two lovers. The table is full of lists and charts about the Kerguelen Plateau. Among them are predictions on how long food stores will last. The numbers are dangerously low. The lifelike mannequin lies dismembered within a box. Nearly imperceptible strings extrude from its limbs. Engraved on the mannequin's left heel is a single word. Nouse. That doesn't mean anything to me. Okay, so what's over here? A diving bell that took me back somewhere? Okay. Nice. And I think it also made the bridge reform. Alright, so that was like half of our goals in the area. Got him. What an action-packed battle that was. I don't need to mess with the paintings. Alright. Good fight. Maybe I'm hurrying a little too much. Okay, found the boss room. Yep, his head was always in the clouds, trying to solve problems that didn't need to be solved. Enoch crumples the despicable letter in his hand. He was reprimanded for not spreading his seed? Absolutely preposterous. He saw the letter for the charade it was. A formalized attempt to perpetuate a thoroughly detestable and toxic tradition. And he, for one, refused to acknowledge its legitimacy. He understood that one of an estuary's primary duties was to keep the legacy growing, but the kingdom of Genesis had grown such that its population now rivaled that of the surface. This tradition now only served to satisfy an estuary's carnal appetites and their desire to subjugate. He had made clear his disdain for this practice numerous times already, but his remonstrations fell on deaf ears. Let the others carry on with their traditions. One true partner was more than enough for him. Enoch's makeshift observatory hangs precariously off the eastern ramparts of the Stygian study. He instructs his assistant, High Scholar Murmur, that's one of the void beasts, to open the windows while he carefully adjusts the lens of his telescope, taking in the breadth of the kingdom of Genesis. The lens slowly pans across the spires of Citadel Gartha, beyond the burning bridges of Axis Mundi, and lands on the gatehouse leading to the Kerguelen Plateau. Within that gatehouse lies the giant void beast, and at its entrance stands estuary Lamech. After the rebellion, Lamech had locked himself into his chambers and refused visitors. It was many months before Enoch could coax him outside, and many more before he could convince the legendary spellsword to confront the void beast. But as he watches his brother stand before the giant doors, Enoch knows these efforts are for naught, for despite all the fury and bravado, Lamech is a soldier, and slaying the void beast is in direct violation of Irad's orders. As Lamech turns to leave, Enoch feels a wave of despair overtake him and he loses his strength. High Scholar Murmur tries to steady his master, but Enoch crumples to the floor. The gravity of the situation is suffocating, and now he is left with no choice. In order to save Nama and the villagers, Irad has to die. As a piece of black root finally falls to the floor and Enoch slumps down next to it in exhaustion. A piece. Not as a piece. His fingertips, now black and gnarled, hum with resonant pain as the poison seeps through his body. Despair settles over him as his mind goes over his recent failures. He failed to evacuate Nama and the villagers before the gates were sealed. He failed to cure the dragon and stop the eternal winter. He failed to convince Lamech to stand against Irad's orders. All he succeeded in doing was poison himself and High Scholar Murmur. But it was all due to this malignant growth weaving its way through the kingdom. Despair gives way to anger as Enoch grabs his knife off the floor. He hacks away mercilessly at the black root, and with each strike his anger grows. His attacks become more and more vicious until all that's left is an impossibly knotted core. He stabs at it until the tip of his blade breaks. With his anger redoubled, Enoch grabs at the knot with his gnarled hand, wishing to tear it out in frustration. But as his fingers make contact, he is shocked as they make no purchase. They instead slide effortlessly within. In an instant, he feels his whole body drift away, and a white light explodes in his head. Enoch finds himself floating in space, free from the confines of his body. He does not know how he knows this, but he is now part of the Black Root, and can sense all it can sense. Oh yeah, in Phase 2, Black Roots kinda invade the room a bit. Anyway, the roots stretched on for millions of miles across countless other worlds and planes of existence. He realizes the knot he struck was only a single point in the network of roots that exist in his world. Gone is the study as new planes of experience open up within his mind. In one world, it seems the dead roam freely across the land, and flying metal cubes swarm the night sky. In another, a battle rages on at the foot of a massive armored tortoise as explosive weaponry fires out from its metallic shell. Okay, that last is definitely a reference to Full Metal Furies. Trying to think what other game they would have made that would be the reference in the middle. but I'm certain it's another game. Enoch tries to reach out with his mind and grasp any artifacts he can find, if only to convince himself it is real. He reaches for a strangely shaped drill here, a black metal hammer there. Everything he touches vanishes from sight. Somehow, he knows they are being pulled into his world, like a faded memory forced back into clarity through sheer recollection. And despite the sensory overload, he can still sense the black roots pulling at him. It is a pull that absorbs the souls of the dead and dying and brings them back to a glowing white tree at the center of it all. Countless different worlds, each with their own Stygian manifestation, feeding their own tree. Some trees are saplings, while others are so large their branches wrap around the moon. Yet despite each tree being different from the next, Enoch knows they are one and the same. He wants to stay and learn more, to experience more, but he can feel the tree rejecting his body. As Enoch awakens, he is horrified to find the black root enveloping most of his body. He knows he cannot save himself, but he needs time to recreate the poison, for it is the only thing powerful enough to stop Irad. But he can feel the strength draining from his body and his limbs harden like wood. He needs to find a surrogate to transfer his consciousness into before the roots overtake him. The life of a mimic chest is proving more trying than anticipated. Transferring his soul into this new vessel bought him precious time, but without proper limbs, he is forced to use his former body as a puppet to perform the actual work needed. He also realizes it would be impossible for him to infect Irad with the poison once he's concocted it. That duty would have to fall to someone else. Okay, so the statues around here really were of him. I thought maybe the entire thing was a ruse. Anyway, there's no time to find a trustworthy candidate. He can feel the black root pulling at his mind. Soon he will be gone and the rest will be left up to fate. Enoch scuttles into his makeshift observatory with his wooden puppet in tow. Behind him, the bridge that once connected his chambers to the study's ramparts is now gone, displaced into another plane of existence. It is the last precaution necessary to safeguard the poison. He hopes the clues he left behind would be enough to find a worthy successor. Enoch tries peering through his telescope one last time, but the ash clouds have become so dense that Nama's domain can no longer be seen. With a heavy heart, he summons his wooden body to his work desk and wills it to put pen to paper. Come to read my memories, have you? Don't be shy, I knew this day would come. And we've seen that before. Plus 5% damage versus the traitor. So I guess off to the plateau, see how things go against Nama. Alright, that sure was a lot of flying enemies that shoot. That's not gonna help us here. Ow. Okay, I was like, this whole room's red, what's going on? It's a room I don't want to fight in, that's what's going on. Ow. Those purple projectiles that leave a damage field are annoying. Alright, I believe the boss chamber is always vaguely to the right. I guess it makes sense since the entrance is always at the left end. Oh, right on an enemy hiding in the snow. Guess we're doing fine though. Skeleton key? Nah. If I fail a fairy chest, it's failed. Yep. Oh. Found the wrong room at the right end of things. Ow. Wait, I guess more up? No, but I'll take a chest. Okay. I guess warp to the start and head down. Oh, maybe this was not a good room to go through to get to the teleporter. We're fine. All right. Oh, there's spikes there, by the way. Yeah, maybe I should, like, break furniture to look for health. We're just not that desperate. Also, I guess I needed to go left. Back here. Oh. Wait, this is dead ends. There's not even a chest. Sure. What an oddly shaped plateau. Huh. Sure. I like money. Oh, right. Turns out enemies can attack once enough of them spawn that you're not killing them right away. Who still exists? Oh. Next wave just needed to spawn, I guess. Oh! That one has hit points. And likes to dash a lot. That was it. I expected to get teleported to another room with regular enemies in it. Oh yeah, I got a new scar. The two lovers. Is that gonna be Enoch and Nama? Wait, I thought it was Lamech that had the child with Nama. Maybe I'm just getting confused about lore. Might as well take the treasure. It's a leather weapon +5 blueprint. Ow. It almost worked, sort of. Lose no health, defeat all enemies. We'll go for it, but diving bells don't trigger the event. Okay, I just need to get up there. Sword doesn't reach. Also, a lot of these enemies can shoot through walls, I think, with their curse type projectiles. Anyway, did it. Eldar rune. Just as long as it's not a dark Eldar. Okay, that commander really beat me up. I probably shouldn't have gotten hit, but Eddie did. Alright, yeah, watch for the little preview that they're attacking. Maybe don't jump directly into enemies. Alright. Okay, found the boss room. Let's go. If I die, I get to find out what the Scar challenge is. Nope. You were dashing. It's hard to spin kick that rapidly. It almost feels like you need to be moving in addition to just spin kicking. Alright, I at least have more than half my health, which is more than I can say for some of my attempts. Nope. I guess at least it was the trap that got me. Ah. Oh wait, you're, yeah. Also, wait, yeah, I'm definitely in range of that, yeah. I agree, but I don't like it. Oh. Okay. Whew. Got him. Yeah, that one's gonna be tough every time, probably. Well, don't need to lock the castle for that one. You got it. See, right, this was red on the previous threads. Well, trader time. And we have 5% more damage boost. Hello again, traveler. The thread has reset and the loop continues. In your absence, I've taken the time to speak to Charon. He's not much of a conversationalist, but he's a good listener. Did you know the Chthonic gods are considered benevolent beings? They appear during grim times in human history to help us through. All of the gods you have met on your journey have aided you in some way, all except Charon. Garros cleanses the traumas of our past, while Elpis paves the path for our future. Even the Charis siblings renew the souls they consume. Yet Charon takes and gives nothing in return. He may simply be the black sheep in the family, but I believe there's more to it than that. For many, greed is the greatest sin. Humans will steal, cheat, lie, and kill for wealth. Kings and pharaohs bury themselves with their riches as people starve in the streets. Charon takes that all away. He strips you of your greatest weakness before you embark on your divine journey. Or perhaps these are the musings of an idealistic soldier who is ready to meet his end. Facing mortality makes philosophers of us all, friend. Come, my blades have been waiting. Have they? I guess I didn't make you wait as long on this thread, I think. Oh yeah, you can fast forward things. Okay. Nope. Okay. Oh, I was trying to get behind him. I should have just jumped. Whatever, if that's the first hit I take, and I already have him however far down. Okay, I can't hear the last pizza, so I'll assume the one that went off screen actually disappeared. Alright, good fight. Took one hit. The fruit is yours, friend. May luck be with you in the battle ahead. Fruit of life, and we get treasure. Traveler, thank you for putting the estuaries to rest. It could not have been done without you. Traveler. Oh yeah, your passage has been paid for in advance, your destination already determined. Says that every time. So, yeah, for how rough this thread started in terms of feeling outclassed by the enemies, we sure made quick work of it. I mean, still need to beat the final boss, but it's not like I'm gonna go do money runs at this point. This all looks like very familiar text. I'm not bothering to read it. At least not out loud. Alright, do I remember your moves? Oh! I got cornered. Nope. And all the dodges I've done and the basic walk forward attack gets me. Windwall is actually like really good in this fight. Oh, I thought I could get him before it went off, but I did one swing to the left. Brother, I will not go quietly. Waters shall rise, whatever. We already know what we're doing about that. You're stone. Oh, what a taunt. You're stone. Waters rise. Traveler, there's not much time. Come quick. Yeah, something. What's one more miracle? Gonna break all their stuff. And we're here. You're on your own, Traveler. Good luck. We're counting on you. I landed on the barrel, so my spin kick didn't go off at first. Had to hop off of it. I wonder what the fastest possible time here is. Looks like we're finishing in, that was like 47 seconds. What if you didn't fumble with the barrel for a bit? I guess you could probably go really fast if you were like an assassin or astromancer. Because they've got speed boosting talents. I wonder if there have been like subtle changes in that scene. Like, is that bird always there? Probably. Company was appreciated, Traveler, and so was the food, yeah. Okay, you're going to the capital along with New Knight and Athos. You'll regale every inn we stop by with your story. Yes, I will call it the tale of the clever hero, and it will have elephants and circuses and peanuts. Alright, excellent. How should I start the story? Long ago there was a hero, but this hero was very clever. Okay, good job beating Kane. That dude was quite the chum. That sentence was quite the sentence, friendo. I'm glad we met, and I mean that honestly. You never really get to talk to my clients, you know. It's mostly all business with them. Plus, being down there, yeah. Gonna see spend the next few years reconnecting with your kin. Maybe old now, and you may be senile, and you may tell the worst stories I ever heard, but you don't often get the chance to make up for your past mistakes. Okay, so it is the architect. Sorry, I think I'm leaking some oil. Nyarf? That was a safe joke. No, it wasn't. I'm actually crying. Totes said we'd travel the world after we came back up, but I didn't think it'd be so soon. It's pretty exciting and a little scary. I'm gonna follow Noonan and Athos to the capital first, then Totes and I will go wherever the winds take us. Oh, or with whoever's willing to give two wooden logs a ride. I hope you join us. Mortal. Oh yeah, you have avoided destruction. You don't have the hearts yet, so your text is unchanged still. I wonder if you can get the hearts on any of these. Maybe if you purify the scars, all of them like you? Or maybe like this one, it's beat like New Game Plus 7 and... Well, I would have suspected the Soul Shop overload here, but that wasn't it. Yep. My actions here are just the beginning. Alright, yeah. Familiar text. The parade. I gotta know how many times Enoch killed me. Oh nice, we got 2 rank ups. Oh yeah, I did like kill like 3 bosses. And explore 2 biomes. Mr. Bones, okay, Scout Pupil Visionary, the Axes, the Knights, the Lamex, the Fishes, Skeleton Archers, Electric Mages, the plus signs, the lights, the guns. Okay, yeah, this bunch has killed me a total of 4 times. I guess it makes sense that there was a bias towards the main boss on the left for how many times I'd killed them, since it's the one that spawns first. I mean, we're already way past actually looking at them. Okay, I've died to Nama of the Harvest 6 times in the 2 threads I've had to fight her. Well, I guess I could have turned off the encounter for the second one. I mean, I guess you could advance up the threads without fighting any of the prime bosses, but like, why would you? I die pretty often to the knife enemies. Murmur has never gotten me. Enoch Prime has killed me 3 times in that form, and twice in that form. So 5 deaths to that boss in this thread. Because it was the first thread that actually had him. Alright. So I kind of thought the things I turned on would lead to filling in some of the enemies at the end. But I don't think we saw any new enemies as a result. Chestnut, the coconut. Yeah, Cottus the Sword has killed me. But I haven't otherwise died to these beasts. Oh wait, no, Tubal's not next. Irad's next. Huh, never died directly to a Blightborn, but I think I've died in Blightborn encounters, just like it was technically to one of these spawned enemies. And then, like, I still don't know what all this is gonna be. There are a lot of question marks there. I've lost to Jonah 6 times and I beat him 5 times. Okay. 5 and 13 against Cain. I know, I like reviewing that stuff. At least a little. I guess my Irad win rate is gonna be locked in, because it'll be Irad Prime from now on. A Bard with Ballista? I think Ballista might, like, unironically be the worst weapon in the game. Plain old Dragon Lancer? Nah, I'm gonna need money. I don't want compulsive gambling though, because the chests are gonna be filled with blueprints. I think we reroll. One hit wonder for the first character of the next thread. Or just a gunslinger, because I need gunslinger ranks. Nah, we gotta, we're taking this. Maybe I want more air rerolls. Oh yeah, that costs like nothing. Ooh, all 3 ranks. Maybe I should look at the soul shop. Before I spend my gold. Because I could get more absolute strength or something. Well, I say or something, but it's gonna be absolute strength. And let's make sure this actually... Okay, this does cost less. Maybe this didn't. Oh well. Another rank of that. Could work on the int a bit more, but... Oh hey, this strength is actually cheaper than this strength at this point. Turns out that'll happen when one of them is 35 ranks above the other one. Not sure what I want. maybe just a little more strength. So I guess that will be it for this part. In the next part, we'll start that thread and die immediately. Oh, actually, let's look at the burdens before we... Okay, so it does just take 10. It's still continuing at 2 per. Burden of the High Scholar's Metamorphosis. Murmur's presence permeates the Stygian study. The Elementalists return. That seems terrible, but I'm gonna want to experience it for the novelty. Then Burden of Irad, and then I probably take this off and just put on like a... I don't know. What do I put on? I don't really like the hazard damage anymore because Nama is like the hardest fight so far. And, or rather, Nama Prime, or whatever, Nama of the Harvest. And her arena has a ton of traps in it. And everything sure is terrible. Maybe I put back the Mundi flagship. Which actually puts me overburdened. I could turn off one of the Prime bosses. But I think it's cool to like be building up the bosses. So yeah, not the tactical choice. I guess maybe I just go with 11 burden. There's nothing up here. Oh, actually the burden of adaptation. We could put 1 rank back on that, and then I could turn off the flagship. Actually, wait. Maybe this is the worst one. Flagship on. Especially because I'm starting with a one-hit wonder that won't have access to teleporters, so I can't just skip to the Sun Tower. Of course, that's just one ancestor, or one descendant. Heir? Whatever the word is. Probably don't want to affect the whole thread just for one character. But also, it is nice having an easy citadel so you have somewhere to heal. Yeah, I think this will be the loadout. Anyway. That's it for this part. See ya.